Hi, Ashwin.
Hello.
It's the weekend, and thank you for picking my call for this kind of impromptu video. But I wanted to check in and discuss something I found, or I find really exciting. You know, I read about this Malaysian artist called Visitra Manikam. Now, when she was trying to sell her art in Malaysia, she was marginalized and she was struggling. And then she had her first NFT exhibition in New York this September. And she got the attention of celebrity Snoop Dogg, the rapper. And I understand that he bought 3 pieces of her art, and suddenly she's the hottest name in Malaysian art. You know, it's like telling me there is more to the web 2.0, the way we know it as a business platform, to a place of the metaverse, and a place where business is done in a completely unconventional, unregulated, permission-based manner. You know, and I'm so happy for her and for Malaysian art, because suddenly you got the likes of celebrities like Jimmy Fallon and Reese Witherspoon following her. Anyone who wants to stay ahead or keep up with new technology and the way the internet is going. You know, the web 1.0 was in the 1990s. Then the 2.0 is the way we know it now, social media and the like. And suddenly the explosion, the revolution of Web 3.0. Please comment.
Jessie, thank you very much for giving me a chance to explain. All of you out there, you're going to watch the most exciting video on what we're going to talk about: artificial intelligence and the metaverse. We are living, despite a virus, let me tell everyone, we are living in the most exciting times of the history of mankind. Let me explain to you why. UBS sees artificial intelligence growing at 20% per year into a $90 billion market by as early as 2025. Think about it for a moment. This is artificial intelligence. I will explain to you slowly. This is going to be a very interesting video. What is it about?
My brain is trying to wrap my mind around the numbers.
Okay, now the metaverse is a $1 trillion opportunity, and gaming alone, Jessie, gaming alone out of 1 trillion, gaming alone is a 400 billion market by 2025. Let's pause for a while, let it wrap around your brain. We've got 1 trillion on the metaverse, out of which 400 billion is gaming, and we've got 90 billion for artificial intelligence. That's about 1.90 billion. I tell you, it's going to be more than that.
My mind is not just struggling to wrap my brain around the numbers, but it's also telling me, you guys better do something to stay afloat. Otherwise, you'll be left out.
Yes. I mean, look at the artist. She was struggling in the traditional box sense. Just like, literally, it will put all the traditional art dealers out of business. Because today, with this NFT, which I'll explain to you later, how it makes up the metaverse, I'll explain to you later, it will put the traditional art dealers out of business. I'm telling you, I'm not cursing anyone, but it's true.
I understand it's sold on the Ethereum blockchain, and she gets paid in Ethereum dollars.
Yes, and so far, her fortune is worth about 1.6, 1.9 million ringgit in Ethereum terms.
Wow.
See, from a struggling artist to, she's worth at least 1.5 million ringgit.
Amazing. But I'm so happy for her and other artists, because we don't have to fall into boxes and be regulated and, you know, fall into social restrictions.
Yes.
You know, and now we are just boundless, unrestricted, and unleashed.
Yes, it's called the Great Disruption. We have been saying in our videos that we ourselves, Jessie, are the great disruption in investing.
Oh my God, you know,
the great disruption in art.
Yeah, it's
I'm telling you, I'm not boasting, I'm telling you, we are the great disruption in investing.
It's like the young innovators, the young people up and coming want to break all the rules and cause a revolution, an uprising, and it's happening. So people like me pushing 60, like, what the hell do we do? How do we get a piece of it? I don't want to be left behind. I don't know about you, but I want a piece of it.
You, I'm sitting down here today, built my business over the last 10 years. And in 2017, we had an algorithm. We were invited to have an algorithm. And I'm sitting here today talking to you, and we have succeeded. We have come a long way because of artificial intelligence. Now, I want to share with everyone watching this video.
What is that?
Today, this is the golden age of investing in artificial intelligence. Don't forget, in the next 4 years, it's going to be worth $90 billion. Okay? So what is AI? People talk AI, everything. Now, let me tell you.
Robots.
AI, when I explain to you AI, you'll understand that we can use this AI to change every aspect of our lives. Every aspect, from medical to social to what have you, even your car. Because what is AI? This is amazing. I'm so glad to be alive. Okay? Now, AI, artificial intelligence, listen to this. It enables machines to behave like humans. That's why it's called artificial intelligence. A subset of artificial intelligence is machine learning. And what does machine learning do? Machine learning trains computers, okay, using labeled data. It means it's got data with labels, with messages, okay, so that they can make educated guesses about how data should be interpreted. And as they get along, as they go along, they will get better. So you see what AI does? So AI is educating computers. The subset is called machine learning. Machine learning gives messages to the computer to train it how to think. It's interesting. This is what we are here today. We do the same thing every weekend. We give the machine learning, the computer, messages about the market on how to think. This is what we do. I'm showing you the first-hand information. So now, a further subset of this that I just mentioned is deep learning. So what does deep learning do? It uses artificial neural networks that are modeled on our brains. Can you imagine? So they can cut down the need for human intervention. So we are using the same thing, machine learning and deep learning, to teach our computer how to make decisions and mold it and tweak the parameter so that they can tell us where the market is going.
So hashtag revolution, hashtag transformation.
Yes, in every area of your life.
Innovation. And how do we not get left behind? I'm hearing machine. I'm hearing artificial. What happens to the human being then? How do we
you still need a human being because they have to tweak the machine. The human emotion and intelligence must be still there. That is what we keep on saying in our videos. Our system is 75% machine, 25% human brain. You still need the human brain because the human brain will tell the machine what labels, what parameters. Machine only will not work. Please understand this. Machine only will not work. For AI to work well, you need the human intelligence in the machine as well. So human beings are not obsolete.
Well, as a psychologist, speaking about what I know about human beings, we make all our decisions based on emotions.
Yeah. So depending on one thing, the machine has got no emotion. Huh?
Yeah. But you can't run away from human beings making decisions based on our emotions, our needs, our wants, our desires,
correct,
our wounds.
So what we do is we put those emotions into code and feed them into the machine. So the machine can think like a human being because it says the further subset of this deep learning, where it uses artificial neuron networks modeled on our brains, modeled on the human brain. to cut down on the need for human intervention. But you still need a human.
So being a retail investor, you say your human intelligence skews your biases towards your research. How do we as retail investors use this information, I mean, this explosion of newness, of innovation, almost a rebellion?
I'll come to that a bit. I'll come to that a bit later.
Yeah.
In the meantime, now I explained to you about AI. I hope viewers are clear. Now, the second thing, like I said, Metaverse is a $1 trillion opportunity, out of which 400 billion is gaming. Now, let me go on to explain further. The Metaverse is at the forefront of Web 3.0. Web 1.0 was the first one.
Yeah.
Web 2.0 is what we have now.
Yeah.
Web 2.0 is not 3D, it's 2D. Web 3.0 will be 3D. You can touch, you can feel, you can watch. It's like a world inside. It's a virtual world, okay? And that Metaverse is at the forefront of Web 3.0.
Yeah.
The market opportunity for bringing the Metaverse to life is worth about $1 trillion. By the time it comes to life, it'll be worth $1 trillion, okay? And right now, just so you know, right now, Web 2.0 alone, the companies are worth $15 trillion. If Web 2.0 companies are worth 15 trillion, can you imagine Web 3.0? 1 trillion is just to bring it to life. Imagine when it comes to life, what is going to happen? It's going to be huge.
I don't want to be in a place where I see it, everything passing through me, flowing past me, and I'm sitting there wondering how.
Let me warn you. If you don't go into this, you will be like a spectator, and life will, I say it, life will bypass you.
Well, maybe if I'm not an investor, it wouldn't be that bad because of my age. But for young people, certainly they want to, participate in this new revolution.
Now, let me give you some further facts. Recently, a mansion in the Metaverse, a virtual mansion, sold for $2.4 million. A piece of land, a virtual land in the Metaverse, sold for more than $4 million US. People are spending $4 million US not to buy a real house, but to buy a virtual piece of land. They're spending $2.4 million to buy a virtual mansion, not a real mansion.
It's changing the whole landscape as we know it.
Yes. Now let me put certain facts.
It's like parallel universes.
According to Morgan Stanley, fashion in the Metaverse alone, luxury fashion, is a $15 billion market.
I'm going to watch that House of Gucci movie. I'm going to get a Gucci dress for my Metaverse life.
Nike has already set up Nike Land in the Metaverse. Okay? And there is a development in the Metaverse called Decentraland. And in Decentraland, people can buy land and houses. You can buy a swimming pool. You can buy a mansion. It's
my brain is exploding.
What to me until today doesn't make sense at all, still, as a logical trader, why would I spend $4 million to buy a piece of land? It's virtual. You can touch your land. You can sleep on the grass.
I don't know.
You can't experience what you can experience on Earth. But see now how the whole psychology is changing.
I'm just thinking about Miss Manikam. How is she going to spend her $1.5 million Ethereum dollars?
That's easy. She can either go to the Metaverse and double it. She can go to the Metaverse and double it. She can now. Let me give you an idea. Maybe she doesn't know this yet. She can go into the Metaverse and sell her NFTs. I'm coming to this now. You can go to the Metaverse and sell your NFTs. Let me show you how crypto, gaming, and NFTs are gearing up to be huge in the Metaverse. And Miss Manikam will benefit because she can now go into the Metaverse and market her NFTs, and she doesn't need the Malaysian art experts anymore. The galleries will be out of business because she's in the Metaverse selling art to all the people who can afford to pay $4 million for a piece of land. That is $1 million for a piece of art.
Yeah.
Let me tell you how. In the third quarter of this year, 2021, fundraising for cryptocurrencies reached 8.2 billion. Listen to this carefully. And out of 8.2 billion, 1.8 billion went towards Web 3.0, of which the money went to NFTs. Think about it. 1.8 billion of fundraising for cryptocurrencies went into Web 3.0 and NFTs. 1.8 billion. Now, if you pay Miss Manikam 1 million ringgit for a piece of art, she'll be on cloud nine. Right? Can you see how it's changing? NFTs are here to stay. Unlike some critics, I tell you now, NFTs is not a flash in the pan. NFT is not some Dutch tulip mania. It is not. And let me further stress, cryptocurrencies are here to stay. They're not a Dutch tulip mania. Even the richest man in Asia, Mukesh Ambani, finally came out yesterday to say, blockchain is the future in every area. Now, he's already adapting.
I remember a couple of Christmases ago when we were talking to our friends about cryptocurrencies, they were going like shaking their heads. No, that's not for me. It's so risky. Who?
Yeah, I was there. I was sounding like a fool because I was trying to tell them. Yeah, I was trying to tell them 2 Christmases
ago. We're so excited. We're talking over each other.
Yes, I was trying to tell your friends that this is real. This is not something that is trivial. And now,
look at it now. Look at it now.
Who imagined Bitcoin to go to 60,000?
And who would have imagined Bitcoin is not the only kid in the block?
Yeah, you got Ethereum.
So many others.
Let me warn you, it's not Ethereum. Now you've got Cardano, and you've got Solana, and you've got Polkadot, and all kinds of things coming out. Because every day they're building faster and faster blockchains. So, like I said, and I say again, the fundamental factor that powers and gives value to tokens is blockchain. And if you're going to use this blockchain to power everything, including the metaverse, what are you talking about? That means these tokens will be in charge. And I tell you, better be careful because very soon they're going to replace actual fiat money.
I need to ask you the question again. How do we get a piece of the action?
Yes. Before I answer the question, so now I've talked to you about Web 3.0. Now let me tell you the thing that everybody needs to know. So what is the metaverse? Web 2.0 is 2D. You can't interact with each other. There are different worlds. You can go inside and watch, but you can't interact. That's the difference. Web 1.0 was just normal internet.
So direct messaging and all that is not interaction. Like social media, DM and PM.
Interaction means I can meet you in the metaverse and talk to you and we can go and have a drink and whatever. That means interaction. And that means interaction means all the worlds, all the virtual worlds come together seamlessly in one big metaverse. That is Web 3.0. So what is the metaverse? Listen to this carefully. It is a group of interconnected, experiential, 3D virtual worlds where people located anywhere can socialize in real time to form a persistent, user-owned internet economy spanning the digital and physical worlds. It's huge. Means no matter where you are, no matter what you want, I can meet you in the metaverse and we can do it. So very soon, Tessie, you're a corporate coach. Very soon, your customers will meet you in the metaverse. You can create Tessie Land, the Matrix coaching system.
I don't know.
Metaverse. And then you meet your clients in the metaverse. You meet your clients in the metaverse and charge them a fee, and it becomes like a virtual classroom. The Matrix that you saw the movie is now getting real.
Yeah, I'm so excited. I can't tell you.
Now, you're probably going to ask me, like you said just now, how are we going to make money from all of this?
Already asked you. Please answer.
Yes. Now, I always say, in every volatile market, there is a silver lining. This past week, everybody's been panicking because of the Omicron virus. And you know what we said before that, before the week started? we said, do not panic. Understand what to buy and do not panic. Now, this is the good news, and you should thank the Omicron virus. You should thank the Omicron virus. As of 4th December, the stocks of major players in the metaverse and artificial intelligence universe has staged a very nice correction of more than 10%. Very nice drop. And this is what we're waiting for. Like I said in my previous videos, do not be scared when markets drop. When markets drop, please prepare your wish list and look beyond 6 months, 9 months, 1 year. Because this is the truth. Very soon, before March, after March, and before June perhaps next year, you will have a vaccine for the Omicron virus. And then life will again resume. Okay, so your existing vaccine is useless. You have to take a new set of vaccines. But this volatility is temporary. The only thing is this: if you're a tight investor, you only got $20,000, we cannot help you, because in markets like this, we need 50 to 100,000, okay, to manage for you because of volatility. Because you will have paper loss.
What is your basic or minimum committed capital?
Our basic, we don't charge a fee. We don't charge any performance fee, nothing. We just charge you $5,000 a year, 5,000 US dollars a year. And then if you have committed capital of between 50 to 100,000, we will tell you what to do based on your risk parameter and time parameter, and we will tell you what to do and what to buy and how to make money. So we don't charge you any performance fees. With the 5,000 fee that you pay, if you make $20,000, $30,000 profit from our tips, you keep the money. We don't take anything from you. So what I'm saying is, what happened on 4th December, the stocks dropped about 10% because of virus scare. Now, this is what we call get greedy when there's fear moment. This is what, when Warren Buffett said, when there's fear, we get greedy. This is the moment today is the 5th of December. As a record, you'll remember I advised you, when the market goes up in 3 months' time, you'll remember. On 5th December, I already advised to start buying companies that are involved in the metaverse and artificial intelligence. It's a beautiful buying opportunity because you have to look beyond the virus. This virus is not going to be here forever. Okay.
So I'm hearing that you say don't panic, and you take a longer view of things, and your algo guides you.
When I say longer view, at least 12 months, if not 24 months. Don't come up with 3 or 6 months because it's too short.
So I heard the strategy. Let me reiterate that you take a longer view of things because you step back and take a longer view. You pull the camera back and you take an investment viewpoint rather than a scalping viewpoint.
Yes.
And also not to panic.
Yeah.
Not to panic when it takes a nosedive, but use it as an opportunity to accumulate.
See, when we invest in AI and metaverse, we are looking at a view of making at least 20% a year over the next 5 to 10 years. So think about that. You try to tell me 10 years from now, there's still a virus, you'll be under control. We have vaccines, plenty of vaccines. And even if we get 5 new strains over the next 1 year, so what? So what? We are you try to tell me that because of this vaccine, because of this virus, you're not going to eat and live and serve the net and Web 3.0? No.
And also to pick out the strong brand names that don't go flip-flop when the market turns.
What we call quality names, quality businesses that have low or no debt, that have a healthy balance sheet, and that have strong pipeline of goods and services that are in demand. We are very boring people, Tessie. You have been knowing me by now. I'm a very boring person. I look at the same names, same things, unless something new comes on the radar. But we are very strict with what we buy. We have a strict criteria. Low or no debt, okay? Strong pipeline of goods and services, and healthy balance sheet.
So huge future.
We don't buy crazy company that is highly leveraged. We don't do that.
So huge future path in front of you.
It is.
And not looking at the past performances so much as the future possibilities.
Well, anyone who comes to our WhatsApp and request for our track record last year and this year, This year's track record is still being done. We are happy to give you our track record to show you what we have done. There's nothing that's secretive. Our track record is free for everyone to see and make a decision. Like I said, we
And
only
it shows
5,000 US.
It shows a yield of about 20% per annum per trade, like that.
30% per annum in ROI, at least 30% per year in ROI. And if you break it down, about 20% per trade. Notwithstanding, if there's a virus, that market will rock and roll and you will be having a paper loss. I have to warn everyone. Our algorithm cannot predict how much the virus will spread or whether it will become a full-blown epidemic or pandemic or whatever you call it. But we know one thing. These companies that we're going to buy, the virus doesn't matter because we're looking 5 to 10 years.
But I know from experience that I've never been given this kind of support, assistance, clarity from anyone, bank or otherwise. So, that's why I'm sharing.
We don't mention risk for fun. We have no control over a virus that is got a mind of its own. If the virus want to spread to 15 more countries or 38 countries as it already is now, and we want to infect 100,000 people, we cannot stop that. But what we can tell you is this company will be around longer than the virus. Okay? But in the meantime, if you are having a paper loss because of market volatility, that has to be it. You have to live with that because this is not called risk-free investment. This is called risk management.
So it's not that paper losses would undermine your profit yields. It's not the same thing, is it?
If the market is volatile for 3 months, of course, for that, if you talk about 12 months performance, it may hamper a bit because we spent 3 months waiting for the market to go up. So this is what I mean. Nobody can tell you how long a correction will last. If the virus gets worse, the market can drop. But again, we're using our logic. There will be a vaccine before June next year. So figure it out. What is the downside? There will be a vaccine before June. We've got 5 companies working on a vaccine.
Okay, Ashwin, I think we've covered it quite well. And I will be in touch again soon for our follow-up video. So please tell us how to contact you.
My email is ashwin@ppchk.net. On WhatsApp, it's bit.ly/algotrader. It's a direct link. Telegram, the direct link is bit.ly/algofactory. And we are always there on YouTube, bit.ly/algowealth, where you can watch all our videos and really take away something for nothing.
Yeah, I would encourage everyone to go and look at the old videos because you will see how uncannily accurate Ashwin has been by what he has predicted for the future.
You flatter me too much because one thing I must remind viewers again, we cannot control the virus. So if we are suffering a paper loss for 2 months, 3 months, that is the way things are. We cannot control the virus. But our algo can tell you 3 months from now, when the market stabilizes, for example, what will be the next biggest thing. And
I have to share your expertise and your information with my friends because there is no such channel or no such source of trading information and expertise that I know of.
Not to mention that.
For such a small amount of committed capital and times being what they are, I just want as many people as possible to benefit from you at such a low, affordable cost of $5,000 US.
And let me add to that. For $5,000 US, you are getting an access to an algorithm that is 75% machine learning and 25% human. You are getting access to an algorithm for that low price. Because today, I'm not boasting, any bank that you go to doesn't have an algorithm. And the only American bank who does have an accurate algorithm, I won't mention names, the minimum capital for committed for is $20 million US. So we are the only outfit which provides an algorithm to the retail customer for only $5,000 US for 12 months.
I know. So
it's not
I know.
decision.
So that is why people say, "Why are you doing this?" I say, I feel compelled to do it because it's too good not to share. So thank you again, Ashwin, and I will be in touch really soon. Thank you so much.
Thank you.